Welcome to the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This is Robert Ryerson, and here's the seafood news for the week of October 30th, 2017. 1 week remains in the Alaskan Halibut Commercial Fishery. 94% of the individual fishing quota allocation for Alaskan halibut has been harvested at 17.2 million pounds. The West Coast halibut quota is managed by the International Halibut Commission, and after a dip in 2014, there have been 3 years of slight increases in the total allowable catch. We have seen large volumes of inventory growing over the past several weeks, coupled with lower demand in the market overall. Docks pricing is high, and retail pricing has kept halibut off of many menus, both of which affect the quota share market as well. We spoke with West Coast processor and members of the quota share system about the complexities and struggles this season.
So an armchair fisherman or an armchair quota stakeholder is a person that owns quota but doesn't actually use it for fishing. Halibut quotas have become a negotiable instrument whereby quotas could be purchased by a speculative investor. Then the quota can be offered to lease out the quota to active fishermen who can then catch more halibut each season with the new quota. And you wonder why you see prices increase. The leaseor has to add the cost of the lease to their operating cost on top of boat mortgages, food, fuel, crew, moorage, etc. The quota leasing ownership system sounds simple, but is actually extremely complex with decades-long relationships. Leaseors have many choices and stiff competition from processors and fishermen wanting to lease their quotas. This is why I would like to remain anonymous. We have to exist in this quota leasing environment. We heavily depend on our existing lease relationships, and it could be very costly if any of the leaseors took exception to my remarks.
In the twice frozen market, there are not many halibut packers in China, and the processors typically prefer to source Russian caught halibut. Alaskan halibut is shore frozen with the collarbone on and tail off, whereas most Russian halibut is long line, J-cut, and tail off. Many Chinese processors have also heard the Alaskan halibut pricing is dropping, but are confident it will not affect Russian pricing, as most packers have pre-committed raw materials leading up to the Chinese New Year. Russian halibut pricing has fluctuated between $15 and $16 a kg from early this year until now, after a brief pause during cod fishing. For finished goods, twice frozen IQF 1 to 3 pound halibut fletches are between $13 and $13.50 on the West Coast right now. Due to pre-commitments between now and February, twice frozen halibut pricing is expected to remain relatively steady. We are in a holding pattern right now for halibut, so our recommendation to buyers is to keep an eye on inventories and a potential price drop. Finally, our Tradex Live offer of the week is for 2 to 4 pound H&G sockeye salmon. We have only 3 totes remaining of #1 quality MSC certified sockeye in Seattle at $3.47 a pound US. Click or tap the icon above to view this offer. Thank you for joining me for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This is Robert Ryerson. Buy smart and eat more seafood.